intro, right? That's pretty cool. I love messing around with all the cool stuff. So, guys, thank you. If this is your first time joining us on the show, it's a wonderful Friday evening. Always, all the gratitude for everybody who follows along. So, let's get all the stuff that we like to cover very quickly out of the way. So, well, just show you something. I've been playing around with a lot of these things, so they're going to get a little bit fancier, but I'm going to play it for you anyway, guys. So check it out. So, like when I bring up YouTube, say you got the animation that's on there. Um, I'm working with it, so you see me under the screen. So I'm playing around with a lot of different animations, right? Here's a better one. I got to fix this one a little bit better though, right? You can see the whole Facebook sort of thing, but you get the gist of it, right? You're playing around with the different animations on there. So um, since we're talking about that, guys, if this is your first time joining us, thank you so much. You can check us out. There we go on our YouTube channel, and that is at www.youtube.com/LRC/made from scratch broadcast. Do us a favor if you're watching us on YouTube, hit the like and subscribe button. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Do appreciate it. And if you do, hit the notification bell. It'll let you know whenever we schedule new lives, whenever we are live. Like right now, you can go check it out, and it will show you that we're live. And it'll also let you know whenever we drop new video content on the channel. So thank you so much for watching us on YouTube, of course. And then you can check us out just about everywhere else at Mfsb Live on Twitter, on our Facebook page, and then you can check us out on Instagram. Instagram, we do a little bit different. So Instagram gets a more behind the scenes sort of look and feel of me close up. So if you're watching on Instagram, this is our own intimate little talk. Usually if I have guests on, you just watch me having the conversation. But again, trying to figure out something fun to do with Instagram. So I figure why not try that? It's one different angle. So if you're watching on Instagram, thank you so much, guys. And of course, we are streaming live on our favorite social media platform, LinkedIn, guys. So if you're watching on LinkedIn, thank you so very much. So we're already having a few comments. Thank you so much. The wonderful, talented Annie Lee. I'm going to try to have a good show. Going to have a good attitude about this. So going to go at it, of course. And then a former guest, Karen Cooper. Thank you so much. Love the topic, right? I do too. I love, you know, especially me. I love. I wish I could. I used to, Kim. So that's on another topic, but I'm gonna say it anyway, Tim. I used to do them at 7, but same sort of deal, right? With the whole schooling the kids, doing the whole COVID-19, trying to help the wifey keep the kiddos into wraps. I do it a little bit later than I used to. I used to go right at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Now I do it at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. I know it's a little bit late, but again, I'm a light kind of person. I like this because again, I feel like I like to be able to feel comfortable doing this sort of thing when I come on live. So tonight's topic that I wanted to talk about, guys, and I love talking about it, is laughter. Why? Because I love to laugh, right? A good joke, a funny story, a good chuckle, man, always gets me in a really, really wonderful mood. Last night I had a couple of good laughs, some really good stories that I had with last night's guest, Andrew. Check out that episode. But again, he was telling a few stories that made me listen, and then when I heard the outcome, I just, found it so humorous. So I started laughing. I can't help it. Whenever I hear something that's really funny, especially when somebody comes on here and like, there you go, did a benefit of laughter, right? Good post, by the way, Karen. That's kind of, I'm not going to, well, yeah, it is. I lifted it from you. Because I said, that's a good topic, right? Is to talk about the benefits of laughter, right? Having a good laugh, man. And I told this with Maureen Wixon. Hello, Maureen. How are you this evening? It's wonderful Friday evening. It's fun to have a good time, and again, to have a few laughs with good friends, man. I think that's how you build a lot of good memories, a lot of good things that I remember are through the healing power of laughter, even in some of the hardest times, right? Um, see what I mean? It's so great. Poacher, yes. That was, I am admittedly poaching today. Um, but again, it was, it, for me, it's joy that fills the spirits whenever you get a laugh, right? There's some of the best memories. Again, there you go. Had a laugh. Yeah, we need more laughs. Yes, we do. Right. I love it when people come on there and can literally. That's kind of like not that I wanted to, not that I want to have make fun of or anything like that, but I posted a small piece of micro content that I took from one of my episodes of my frequent guest host Steve Sullivan singing to the guest that evening, who was Lila Smith, by the way, and hearing somebody sing, and you can tell that he was really doing it, but you could tell that there was humor in it as well. Um, and I love that is the fact that he can do that and be himself, and you can watch it and have a small little giggle, and it kind of makes your day. So yeah, I found that. Yes, I found it worthy to poach because again, I thought it was interesting. Um, I thought it was interesting. I'm helping. Yes, you are. You're building the content for this show. Essentially, everybody is, right? There's a reason that I watch so many other live streams, or I'm looking and see other people's posts and try to gauge as much as I can. Or if I see something that's a really good idea, I say, "Wow, I should talk about that." Um, Power of having your own show. So, um, Brian Schulman, yes, it is. Now, there's the guy that knows how to have a good laugh. Now, if you want to go on a show and have a few, that's why I love his show. Okay, you can go on there with him and what he does, and then when he has Tim on there as well. When they use their snap filters, I just have a chuckle. You can't help it, man. You can't help but have a smile um, whenever they're doing their whole thing. I mean, who can sit there and have a conversation with a donut, right? I mean, can you take it seriously and say, "Hey, Brian, how you doing? Tell me 5, 10 LinkedIn tips while you look like a shaped like a pizza." I can't, I can't help but laugh and have again. I went on. I think it was 2 Saturdays ago, um, and he had his Michael Jackson filter on, right, and he was doing his Michael Jackson impersonation, which I thought was kind of funny, and we were doing the whole conversation, and he was really, but again, it was funny. It, the you can laugh at it, and again, it kind of lifts your spirits. I love that he does that. So yeah, if you want to say that I've poached ideas from other people, of course I have. You know, I'm shamelessly saying I've been so many. Yes, you missed the show. So um, right, no more, no more than ever do we need pizza and donuts on our live streams. Yes, we do. Um, so but again, it's all about having those laughs, though. It's all about seeing. So when I see somebody who posts a funny video, or they actually put like a really funny comment in something, and it just tickles me pink, I'll read it over again, or I'll make note of it because again, it's so it always I can always go back to that. Like if I want to go back and read something, and I go back and read it, and it just makes me chuckle again. I love that. That tells me it's just absolutely humorous, and I can't get enough of it. I mean, I again because I love the healing power of laughter. So it's a little comedy skit that I can watch over and over again. If I find something that just makes me belly roll every time I watch it. I love those. I absolutely love those, and I keep those at the top of mine. So there you go. So we didn't trademark it. They with Brian. Yes, we need the laughter in life more than ever. Yes, we do. We're having a yes. But does it tickle you purple? I don't know. It's got to be pretty hard to tickle me purple. See, that's why the border is sort of like a fuchsia sort of pink color, right? I like pink, um, and I like to be tickled pink. So, man, if I get to have a good laugh and it tickles me pink, awesome. Why not? Um, but even like what Karen was saying in her in her post today, and um, even talking about it, right? What the benefits, right? The benefits of us being able. I mean, it could take us from a really deep, dark, emotional place to have a laugh, and it puts a little bit of lifts your spirit a little bit, puts a little bit of light in there. I can remember whenever, um, you know, I don't know, I don't want to I shouldn't share it because it's crazy. It's crazy, right? Because I don't want to offend anybody. I really don't. But this is how my dad was, right? And it's not so much that he was like this, but I remember he was close to his end of days. It was very close. It's like a week before he passed away. And we just happened to start talking, right? And we were talking about there's me and five other brothers. So we were talking about um, we got on the subject of what had happened if one of us had been gay, right? So we were talking about it, and I couldn't remember what started us down that path of that conversation, but uh, one of my brothers had just mentioned. He says, well, what if one of us would have came to your dad and said we were gay, and came to you and said that we wanted to get married. So my dad takes a minute, right, and he's sitting there and he looks down and he's like he's in really deep thought, right? And we're like thinking, oh man, he's gonna say something terrible or come on. So we're just sitting there waiting for his reaction. And then he looks up at my brother and says, if you would have came and told me that, he says, I would have told you, you're the groom. You're the groom. The father of the bride has to pay for the wedding. So we just started laughing, and I go, oh my God, that's because that's how he was. His ability to want to be cheap overshadowed everything else, and it just made us all laugh. And this is a guy who was going to die a week later, but he still found humor in a lot of the situations. So um, it was funny to see that. And well, we're getting there. You go, more and more messages. So tickled pink is yes, this is truth in it. But that was again, that's kind of where I got a lot of the humor because my father was one of those people as well. He used to laugh quite a bit. Um, he always had. It was more of a joy for him to have a good laugh, and I noticed that. So I kind of, I don't know. I guess it kind of, it just kind of took that persona of wanting to have a laugh. And I can remember again after my dad passed away and us having conversations, and we could just sit there and talk about um, things that he had done, jokes that he had said, um, and it just brought us out of that whole mindset of that. You know, the old man had just left the world, and again, it's sometimes it's in our darkest times that's the one thing that can really pull us out of us being in a bad place or give us that lift when we need it. It's a good laugh. So anybody that shares that, anybody that has the ability to put a smile on their face and make somebody laugh like that, man, those people are golden. um, and I for me, um, I really really enjoy those kind of people who have the ability to not sometimes take themselves too seriously, right? Um, Hey, Glenda, how are you? So, we're just talking about the healing power of laughter, right? And laughter is the best medicine. How many times have you heard that? Laughter is the best medicine. Really took that to heart. And then again, just so you know, I poached this idea from somebody else, Glenda. So, don't think this was an original topic. You can thank Karen Cooper for that one. But I wanted to bring it to the air and just talk about that because, again, those are like really 9 times out of 10, if I have something to watch, right? If there's two things that I can watch on TV, and I don't watch TV that much, but if I do, if I have something that's like a real serious piece, or I'll find something that has more of a comedy side to it, I pick the comedy side just about every time, um, because I know I'm going to get more enjoyment out of it. Um, and again, I can find maybe that one little scene or that one little skit or the one little thing that the actor says or line that just makes me laugh. And again, I can always go back to it again and go, that was so funny. I don't know why. It just tickles me every time. And again, I like to store those. Those are like, when we store those moments of happiness, right? Finding those little moments of laughter as well. Um, I think those three things go together: love, happiness, and laughter. Those are, man, if you have a lot of those, just a lot of that in your life, you're living a pretty good life, man. And I tell everybody who has they're more who lives that more serious, I don't like to joke around sort of persona. I like to tell them, man, just have a good laugh. Once you start laughing at something, even the dumbest thing, like somebody can say something, and for some reason, it just hits your funny bone, and you just can't help it. You know, don't tell me those aren't like, yes, okay, that's you got me. They got me. It got me. It got past every single wall, every single emotion, every single thing, and it gets us. And I think that's what the real power of laughter can be. So, oh, mm, mm. Well, I don't know. We'll try. But again, that's why I love the fact that I'm just sitting here and got that going on for the whole thing. But that's why I want to talk. I love to talk about these sort of ideas, right? Um, because you get. I mean, I see so much content and so many people talking about the seriousness of life, right? Um, Being in that moment of self awareness, or being conscious of what it is that um, what you're doing and what you're saying, or you should be taking in this time to work on self enlightenment or self learning, and I I think, yes, that's great. I love all that. I love it when people do that. I love it when people share that. I love it when people share those sort of experiences. But again, I think you have to interject some sort of way to release, to have humor, is for me that one way to, again, not take myself so seriously, right? I mean, again, you guys have seen me come on here, and I love to feel all the emotions. I love to feel the hurt. I love to feel the sorrow with everybody else. I love to feel the happiness with everybody else. And I especially love being able to laugh with all of you. So when people come on and they comment and they share their stories while we're doing a live interview, and it's just something that's um, I don't expect. It really makes me laugh. I enjoy those. That, to me, they're part of the best part of what I get to do here. You know, and again, like I said, there is a time and place for doing the serious business talk. There's time for doing, um, your serious tips and tricks, and creating content that you're gonna add value to somebody's timeline, and Um, there's always room for that. I'm I'm a big proponent of you doing that, but for me, it is always about trying to, again, like I tell everybody, stop and smell the roses. I think having a good laugh is part of that. You know, yes, and it's truth, 100% truth behind that, Karen. We are humans. We have emotions. Again, we experience the whole, the whole gambit of emotions, right? We feel, we we remember those moments of pain and sorrow and hurt. I'm pretty sure everybody just about remembers getting their first broken heart if they ever get their heart broken, of course. But you probably remember that the first time you remember like rejection, right? Um, because those are really deep down um, emotional memories that we keep inside of us. So I know a lot of people can pretty much tell me off the top of their head that one moment for them, a moment but even of finding the person that they love, right? The moment that they fell in love, or the moment, a lot of people can pinpoint those moments, right? But it's the moments of like laughter and happiness that we should have more of, that people have a hard time remembering. Ask somebody, when's the last time, what was the first joke you ever laughed at? First joke you ever told? What was, um, what's the thing that made you laugh the hardest? I'm pretty sure a lot of people probably, I got to think about that. I don't know. I've never thought about it. Or, it's been probably so long, I have no clue. But again, you can tell them about something that's painful and jarring, like, hey, when did your grandparents pass away, or whatever? It goes right there, top of mind. Oh, yeah, I can remember it. I remember the day I was there. Um, so I think that deep down inside, I know we have the ability to really remember the good laughs and the good times and the good vibes that, again, that we all seek, right? And we all talk about everybody should have. But yeah, a lot of people can't remember them though. Can't talk about them. Don't know. Um, so I try to hold on to them. That's why I say when I see something that really just makes me laugh on a TV, a commercial, or hearing it on the radio ad, or um, I try so hard to remember it, because again, I go back to it. I can go back to it when I need it. I can go back to it and say, you know what, I feel this. I love to go back to this because it keeps me in a good. It can help me keep in a good state of mind. So yeah, I love. For me, it's always fun. I never get sick of that. So I just wanted to thank everybody, of course, um, who's come along again and been part of the show. You guys are awesome too, and especially a big thank you to this lady. Right, still love that. Still love that line, poacher. Yes, if I see me on your timeline, if you see me in your live stream, if you see me somewhere else, I just might be taking an idea of yours. Like, comedians do it all the time. Of course, it's frowned upon, but they say Robin Williams was notorious for doing this, to go into comedy clubs and seeing um, young comedians doing their act, and it was known amongst a lot of the comedians that when you saw him in the room, you did not use your A material, right? I believe that's how it goes. But anyway, but again, it's all in chasing the laughter, right? So yeah, she's cool with it. That's what. There you go, right? So yes, Karen, you've influenced the show. You are a big part of what's going on tonight. So, um, again, thank you so much, Karen. all the gratitude. She's been on the show, guys. As a matter of fact, I'm making small pieces of micro content again to share on LinkedIn, and I'm going to take a few pieces from our interview, put it out there, kind of like what I did today with Steve and Lila. I want to start doing that more and more, and sharing a lot of the good moments that you get on these shows. Um, because again, I love the interactions that we have, and again, we always find a few things that can make us smile. So that's what I'm doing. Dad jokes, yes, I love dad jokes. The court. Why don't they? Go. That's another whole series that's just come up, you know. Um, and it's so funny that it's so true, right? The whole dad joke thing. Oh, my kiddos hate for me to tell jokes. They do, because they just, again, it's the whole thing behind it. Most kids, they see, they go, my dad can't be funny. I don't see him as a funny guy, right? And when you sit there and you tell them a joke, and it, especially if it's something that really just goes over their head a little bit, and they just look at you, you're like, I bombed. I bombed in, I bombed in front of my kiddos, right? Telling a bad dad joke. That's the worst part, man. That's the worst thing to do. But it's so funny is to have somebody mess up a really bad dad joke, right? When you see somebody struggling to get it out, it's I think it's you find the humor in just seeing the sheer terror of them trying to figure it out, right? It's like watching the train wreck. You can't just look away. You're waiting for it to go off the rails, and I don't know, that's kind of funny to me. You need to share more of them. Oh, simplistic, but yet I don't know. It's got to be it's really got to be the corniness to it, right? I mean, I was looking at that and I go, an alligator in a vest. What is an alligator in a vest? Oh, investigator. Yeah. Corny dad jokes are the best. Yes. So if you can actually tell a really good corny dad joke, right, man, you're golden. Um, I have a friend of mine who's he has he has a partner that kind of does. Well, I don't know if he does it anymore. It's been a while, but he used to try to do stand up comedy. Um, he was always pretty good with a dad joke or two. So those are really good at parties, man. You're standing around just telling dad jokes. Um, oh my gosh! If it doesn't bring an yes, then it's not good enough. That's yes, yes. So you know, I mean, have you ever bombed in front of your kids? Let me ask you that. Yes, I love that. If it doesn't bring an audible groan, you haven't done the job right, right? That's when I see my kids immediately say when I tell them I have a joke and their eyes already start rolling, this is going to be a good one. So I don't know. It's a joke sometimes, and I've done it where like nobody laughs except my 6 year old, and I know she doesn't get the joke, but she just laughs because she thinks she's supposed to, and I go, I don't know, it makes me giggle a little bit. My kids just want to walk out of the room and go back to Fortnite and their heads down into their phones, right? They're like, really, Dad? That's what you interrupted us with. Yes, I've seen those. I have seen those. Uh, so those are pretty good. And yes, they do. Oh, doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that feel good to make them go, Mom? Oh, every Friday. When you do your, that's awesome, right? That's our good way of saying, you know what? You've you've tortured me for these last 5 days. I got a little bit of torture for you. We're gonna do our Friday funnies, guys. Let's have a good laugh, right? And again, this is what it's all about, man. This is what it's all about. Is having those is having that moment of even making your own self laugh, right? I mean, I don't know how many times I've done that where I'm the only one laughing, and and I don't care. I just start laughing, and my kids go, "Oh yeah," um, right? When they laugh in the, oh yes, I get that too. It does make you feel good though. It does. It makes you feel good. I like that. And again, it is like why. Again, that's what part of the fun things about being a parent and finding, again, putting humor out there, right? I know that my dad used to do this to me. My uncles used to do this to me. Um, I know because they would go, even now, my older uncle, um, when he has a joke, I know what's coming. When I was young, I didn't appreciate it, right? That was the first thing. He says, "Hey, come here, I got a joke." And I would go, "Oh, no, no, not today. Any day but today." It felt like getting your wisdom teeth pulled, right? Um, Now I listen to it and I have a good laugh. Why? Because again, those things are what help build the good memories, right? They're the one things that, again, when I'm all alone and I go back and think about it, and I just get a small giggle. My world's okay. Life's okay. Life's good. I'm beyond blessed. So yeah, I live for those moments. It is, and that's what we were talking about. If you have love, laughter, and a bit of happiness in your life, life's good. Life is good, man. Um, and if you have any three of those in any sort of uh, in any sort of balance in your life, man, I envy because I love to be in those moments of time where I'm feeling all three of those are very powerful in my life. Is when I have the love, when I have the happiness, and when I have the laughter. Man, it does not get any better. I think that's when I say we remember those little time periods of those moments of happiness. We can always remember the love and the laughter and the happiness that we felt in that period, right? And for me, that's what it lives for. You live to get enough of those in your life, right? So yes, even so, come out. Yes. Oh my gosh. Um, and there are some pretty good. I'm gonna tell you what. There are some pretty good gifts that people put um, out there that just make me. Oh, that just make me have a good fun time. This is what it's all about. You know, this is what the whole again. This is why the whole topic was when I read Karen's post today, and um, I literally grabbed the pen. I really grabbed the pen and wrote down a quick little thing for tonight's show. I just literally put show on laughter, and I wrote it down, and you know, and I was still a little bit busy at the time, but again, it was on the top of my mind all day long, and I was running through the things that I kind of wanted to say tonight. And you know, again, it goes along with what I'm talking about and the engagement that goes on here. You guys have made me crack up most of the night. My you know, my jaws are gonna hurt a little bit, my cheeks are gonna hurt from having a smile. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. I don't know what world they say. You know what? You smile too much. Yeah, you know what? If I smile too much in my world, I live in a good world, man. So, yeah. Did you know ants never get sick? Where's Lori when I need her? Because she always comes up here and she puts a blonde joke up here. Um, like she'll put her blonde joke of the day. And again, it might be offensive to some people. Oh, I'm blonde. It doesn't mean I'm. It's comedy. It's comedy. It's a joke, folks. This is not. It. And again, it's not to be offensive. It's just to have a small little laugh. Now, there's some things where you don't want to cross the line. I understand that. I really do. There's some things where you just like, you know what? I just can't say that. I'm sorry. Don't do a whole joke series on I don't know, mass murders. That's come on, chill. But some things you can do. Yeah. Thanks. Max, to you. Yes. So, oh man, I love tonight. Tonight was a good one. Adam brought some good. He brought a few good dad jokes, right? And again, I'm probably gonna go because he said that. I'm gonna go see the dad jokes on YouTube again. I've watched a few of those. Kind of made me laugh. There he goes. Why don't they tell jokes? They crack. Simple, simple, elegant, and right on the money. So, uh, well, guys, it's been a wonderful Friday evening. Um, and I just want to thank all of you who've come along and made my night wonderful. Literally, you've made my life wonderful. So thank you to um, very gracious to Annie Leap for dropping a few comments, Maureen Wixon, of course, Karen Cooper for the inspiration behind it, Brian Shulman for being the funny man that he is in his show, and of course, Adam Sinkus for coming on and throwing a few dad jokes in there, and then Sarah Kawamura, thank you so much again for coming on there. Love the jokes that you guys dropped in the comments. You've made my day. And of course, I came in too late. We need another Friday Night Giggle Fest. Yo, that might be next Friday's show. Friday Night Giggle Fest. So I'm going to put that out there now. I'll make next Friday's show about, we're going to have a Giggle Fest. We're going to come up with jokes. Bring your best jokes. I'll put it on there next Friday. Come on, we're just going to have a laugh. I think that's what it's all about. So maybe you started a movement, Karen. But you're good at that. You're good at that. So thank you, ladies, both of you, for showing up, being a part of this one as always, guys. I hope that all of you have a safe, blessed, and wonderful weekend. I will be back Monday evening, 7:30 Central Standard Time, of course, as always. So everyone who's been a part of this one, thank you so much. Stay blessed. Love you guys very much, and have a good weekend. And good night, everybody.